Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be unboxing the Xtool D1 Pro today. I partnered up with Xtool and they sent me this thing to try it out and see what it is. So what we're going to do on this video is we're going to do the unboxing, we're going to go ahead and put it together, and we're going to do a test burn. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing and see what's up on the inside. Here we go. All right guys, so let's go ahead and get this thing opened up, check it out, see what's up on the inside, and go from there. So here we go. Ooh. All right, let's see. Let's check out what these little boxes are. Look at that. Magical things made by Xtool. We got the D1 Pro, some paperwork. Super, super nice. Then over here, we got another. Look at this. Check this out. So this is some sample materials that they send. This is the piece of metal that'll go underneath your D1. Right off the bat, it gives you some sample materials that you can use as well. 3mm basswood. I think that's 3mm basswood. We got some cork, and then we got some other goodies up in here. Just a bunch of different materials, I bet, that you can use to engrave and or make. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. And here it is. Look at that. Super nice laser. There it is right there. The one thing I like about this is your depth right here. Super, super awesome. Let's check this out. Raw. So we have our tools that we're going to need. This is our little screwdriver and our Allen keys down here. And then we have our SD card, our air assist. And then in here, it comes with our safety glasses. All right, now let's go ahead and get this thing out of the box and get it built. All right guys, so I went ahead and I got all of my parts laid out and everything seems very easy to put together. I went ahead and reviewed the instructions a little bit because you definitely want to do that anytime you're hooking up anything like this electrical. You don't want to mess up. So just go ahead, and the easiest thing to do is just go ahead and lay all your parts out, get everything set up. And in all honesty, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rails. You have your X and Y, and that's really about it. Honestly, this thing is super easy. You don't have a whole bunch of parts to put together. The only thing you want to do is make sure that you get your screws grouped together, because there's really only about 4 different sets of screws that you're going to be using. They're pretty much, you don't have to really jumble through about 30 or 40 different types of screws. This thing should be easy. I got all my power cables. I got my USB cable adapter, got all my parts over here, and they even give you a nice, really cute little screwdriver to get this thing set up. So with that said, let's go ahead and get this thing put together, because honestly, I don't think it's going to take more than maybe 10 minutes. So let's go ahead and get it all put together. Here we go. All right guys, so now your D1 will come with a little micro SD card. There's a little slot right here. We're gonna go ahead and just insert this micro SD card, and then we should be good to go. There it is. Let's go ahead and put in the Air Assist. For the test, we're not gonna run the Air Assist, but let's go ahead and put that in. It goes onto the side of the laser. Let's go ahead and do that now, and that is the last thing we gotta do. We got our Xtool D1 put together. I'm gonna say this was probably one of the easiest things I've ever put together. It literally took me, while recording, about 30 to 40 minutes, maybe if that. So if you guys weren't doing any kind of recording, moving cameras and stuff like that, I like to throw this in my videos, you probably could have had this thing together, ready to go in about 20 to 30 minutes. That easy. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna try a couple pieces here. We're gonna try the piece of basswood that it comes with. So let's go ahead and jump out our calipers. Let's go ahead and see what the actual millimeters is on these. Yep, just like I thought, it's 3 millimeters. So this is 3 millimeter basswood, 2.99, 3.0. What we're gonna do is we're gonna use the Xtool program. So the Xtool software, I actually have it downloaded. I tried to use it for another thing, but it has to be an Xtool, which I was kind of intrigued on the program. So let's go ahead to the computer now, get this thing connected to the computer, and then we'll see how it works out. So here we go. Let's get to the computer. So here we go. Let's go ahead and we're going to go to my apps, and we're going to launch the Xtool Creative Space here. Again, I've never done this, so we're going to see how this is with connecting up with the Xtool. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and turn on, I'm going to power on my Xtool D1. Okay, we got it all powered up. And let's see what happens together, because again, I've never done this. All right. Again, Xtool Creative Space is kind of like Lightburn in its own program. It's just proprietary, so Xtool has this is their version. And I think I've seen some things that might actually make this look a lot easier than actually using Lightburn. It's a little bit more user-friendly. Okay, so here we go. 1.6 is the updated version. I'm not gonna do that. I'm done with that. Let's just go ahead and see what happens. All right, let's go ahead and connect a device. So I think we're on. Let's go ahead and connect a device. Let's see what happens. The D1 Pro, pretty cool. There we go. And we are ready to go. Let's see if we can move this thing. I have no idea what this program is about. So let's go ahead and no designs on the canvas. Okay, so let's go ahead and put on an image and let's see what we can do. All right, let's go to desktop. Let's go to SVG images. I think all of these are pretty simple images that we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and do SVGs 1 through 1000. Let's do that. Nah, let's go, come on over here. Let's go to, I wonder if Lightburn projects actually work. No, they don't work with this. Okay, so Lightburn projects don't carry into Xtool. Obviously CNC projects won't as well, but let's go ahead and do some, let's try something else. Let's try kitchen SVGs, and then let's do, there we go. Nah, that's too much. Let's try something a lot simpler. A lot more simple. Let's go ahead and do, let's do Bless This Kitchen. Let's see what happens there. All right. And now what I want to do is open this up, and then let's move it around. Again, I'm doing this reverse to what is on the machine. So let's go somewhere like right about here and make it smaller. All right, let's make it like that. All right. And here's the cool thing. If you look over here, what we're going to do is we want to, you could score it, which is the outline, you can engrave it, and you can also cut, which is going to make your power way higher. So let's go to engrave, and let's just see what happens when we do a power 1 pass, lines percent. This is a super easy, ridiculously easy. It kind of picks everything up. I don't know what the power is, what the percentage. You would think that it would kind of do the percentage for you, but let's just do, we have a 10 watt laser. Let's do 33%. I don't know what that's going to do. This is as easy as it gets, guys. I mean, this program, there's all sorts of things up here. You can do your arrangements, you can insert shapes, do text, vector images, and all sorts of stuff over here. So this is just a quick tutorial on the setup. Let's try just doing one frame of this. Let's see what happens. Let me hit when I hit framing. The framing function is ready. Press the button. Okay, so over here, let's go ahead and press the button. All right, that's not what we want. What happens if I manually move that over? And let's try. Okay. Let's try that. That's pretty awesome, guys. All right, so let's try one more time. Let's go in here and let's try it again. Basically, you hit this gold button and it'll frame everything out for you. All right. Let's frame it again. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but let's go ahead and see what happens. I'm going to try something here. Let me try to select all and then move it over here. And I don't know if this is an absolute location, but let's go ahead and try to frame it one more time. All right. All right, framing complete. So the good thing is this doesn't matter where it's located within the program. I can have it all the way up here, which you would think it would be up in this area of your laser, but it doesn't really matter because it is pretty much absolute. So I can move this wherever I want. All right, let's just put it in the center, and we're going to make it a little bit smaller just for the fact that I don't want it as large. Let's go ahead and frame one more time. And frame. A little bit smaller. All right, cool. Framing is complete, and let's go ahead and process it. I mean, let's just see what happens when we hit process. Again, I'm not sure what settings we're going to be at. We're just going to do a speed at 80, and we're going to do one pass at a 33% power, which let's just go ahead and run with it, guys. Let's see what happens. We can do an absolute center, so if we centered it there, basically what we can do is move this X to the centermost point of the piece of wood. So let's try that. Let's see if we get it as close to centered as possible. I'm going to go with that. That's just as close as center. Let's go ahead and frame it one more time. Oh yeah, that'll be cool. Let's do that. Framing complete. All right, let's go ahead and do some bless this kitchen. Again, you know, we're gonna see what happens. All right, let's go ahead and start. Oh, what we got to do is one more thing. We have to make sure our laser is focused. So now I think we're focused. All right, let's go ahead and hit start and see what happens. and hit the gold button. All right, guys, so here it is right here. Let's go ahead and take it out. This is the very first initial burn on the D1 Pro. This thing turned out amazing. I mean, I honestly can't believe how easy this thing was. Check this out. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna come around here. This thing burned absolutely perfect, and centering it, I was a little off on the centering because I didn't measure. In the normal world, you would measure this way and this way, and then line up your dots, and then you would be perfectly centered. But this thing was super easy. I really do love the proprietary software that is for Xtool. This thing is actually a lot more simple, a lot more friendly, user-friendly for if you're going to use Lightburn. Lightburn's a little bit more intuitive. It has a lot more options, but for a very simple program, if you're used to like the Cricut, this thing is very similar to using a Cricut machine software. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try one more. Let's go ahead and do a cut test, and let's see if we can just maybe cut out a simple square and see what happens with that. So let's go ahead and try that out. Let's put this back in there and cut a simple square out, and maybe we can cut this thing out. All right, so we're back over here in Lightburn. Let's go ahead and insert a shape. Let's cut out a simple square. I don't know, oh, look at all this. It gives you so many different things that you can do here, but let's just cut out a basic triangle. We don't want that. Let's go ahead and see what other shapes they have. Let's go ahead and cut out this little circle right here. Or yeah, we'll cut the circle. We'll see how the rounded edges does. Let's drag this. Let's put it kind of over this. Now I moved that thing, so I know it's not gonna be perfectly circle or square around it. But what we want to do is let's go ahead and select, here, let's do this. Let's actually get rid of Bless This Kitchen. Let's delete that off of there, and let's just go ahead and do a circle. We know it's going to be big enough. All right, let's go ahead and frame that and see what happens when we frame. All right. Try that one more time. Oh, all right, let's move that over just a little bit. All right, so I know it's not gonna be perfect because I moved it around a little bit, but let's go ahead without any kind of starting points or anything like that. But let's just, for the heck of it, let's go ahead and hit framing complete. Let's go ahead and select the that right there, and let's go ahead and cut it. We're gonna do, I think we're gonna do one pass, and we're gonna do a power. Let's just crank this power all the way up. Let's do 90%. Let's see what happens at 90% power, and one pass. 16 millimeters a second, and let's go ahead and process it and see what happens with that setting. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen, but I think we should be all right. All right, let's go ahead and start. Let's process it again. Hit start because it did not work with one cut. Let's try two cuts. All right, guys, so 2 cuts didn't cut it. Let's process it one more time, and let's see what happens. That's kind of going all the way through. I think we need to do one more time. All right. We're gonna do it one more time. So this will be 4 passes, 95%. You know what? I just want to see what happens. I want to see this thing drop. Let's go ahead and do it one more time. This will be the 5th try. All right, didn't drop. One more time, 6th try. All right, this is it, guys. This is the one. All right, that's good enough. Let's hit OK, and we are good to go. All right, let's go ahead and see what happens. Not too bad, to be honest with you. It had a little bit right here left and a little bit right here left, but it cut through. It took 6 tries at 95% power, but I think that turned out pretty awesome. And I knew it's off center because I moved it. I probably should have just done a cut and an engrave at the same time just to see what would happen with that, but not too bad. All right, cool beans for the first try, first test. Super happy with that. All right, guys, I'm gonna sign off with this. This Xtool D1 is freaking amazing. It's a 10-watt diode laser. That's the external, that's the final output power, a 10-watt diode. This thing is pretty awesome. Again, for a home desktop laser, it's super easy to put together. Literally took me about 30 minutes altogether. It probably would have been a little bit faster even if I wasn't recording or anything like that. The proprietary software that it comes with, the Xtool Creative Space, super, super easy to put together. Once you plug it in, it will automatically recognize your laser and you are ready to go. All you have to do is input your images. You can input your SVG files. This was an SVG file. There's hundreds and hundreds of SVG files that you can find online. But this video, I just wanted to show you an actual setup. I know there's a lot of videos up there with this, but a setup and how easy it is to set up this software. If you are familiar with any kind of machine like the Cricut, this thing is just as easy as that. So now you can have your very own Xtool. If you go down in the link in the description down below, I will put a link to Xtool. That way you can go ahead and purchase one using my affiliate link as well as my Amazon affiliate link. If you have any questions, put a comment down below. I will do my best to answer it for you, but we have plenty more videos. My next video that we're gonna do on this is we're gonna do some projects that you can make some really awesome stuff. I'm gonna give you a couple ideas for Christmas coming up, as well as if you are interested in selling on Etsy. There's some really awesome stuff that you can make with this that is very easy to do. And you can make some really good side money. So if you're interested in that, go down below. If you're not yet subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell button, that way you get notified of all of my newest videos. And until that next video, make sure y'all do one thing, stay awesome. We'll see you in the next one.